Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm S. Prabhakar from the Delhi Entertainer. Today I'm going to discuss about the high percentage of marks secured by students in CBSE 10th and 12th class examinations. Few days back, the 12th class results have been announced, and yesterday 10th class results have been announced. In 10th class, over 1.84 lakh students scored over 90%, and over 41,000 students secured over 95%. In 12th class, in the same way, 1.5 lakh students scored more than 90%, and about 39,000 students scored over 95%. The percentage of marks awarded so liberally is ridiculous to say the least. If I analyze one of the things which I found to be the reason could be the very hollow course coverage, no depth in the coverage of the course or knowledge sought, the very easy paper setting, and equally easy and very liberal awarding of marks. Otherwise, nothing can justify this high number of marks. Not only the marks which I have mentioned, but large number of students, lakhs and lakhs of students get anything between 70% to 90%, which too is equally very high if you ask me. What purpose this high marks which have been awarded serve? Absolutely none, except misleading the students about their caliber, capabilities, and their knowledge on the subjects in which they have appeared. Why I have so much of reservation is that if you see in the generation, in our generation, and especially generation before us, getting 60% itself used to be an achievement. Very few people are referred to be as person who got first division. First division used to be a great achievement. Most of the people used to get second division, or what we used to call as high second division. Maybe people who are not that bright used to end up getting third division. But howsoever brilliant one may be, people used to score in the range of anything between 60 to 65% at the most. Yes, I do agree, there are few subjects like mathematics, statistics, maybe accountancy papers, where people used to get close to 100% or even sometimes 100%. So their accounting formulas are there. You have to follow steps and arrive at a figure answer. Then if you get that, it's quite possible that the evaluator have no option but to give you a full marks. But to come to think of subjects like English, history, commerce, physics, chemistry, or any other subject where the answers are descriptive, I always wonder what the students write and what the evaluator evaluate, that you give 100 out of 100 in a theoretical paper. The other day I read in the papers that a girl has secured 600 out of 600, and that too in papers like history, geography and other subjects, not maths or stats or accountancy. So this has all started maybe sometime about 30 years back or so, that first CBSE has started changed its trend of giving marks very liberally, and seeing that every state board has also followed the same trend. Now, without exception, all across India, people are getting anything between 70 to 95%. Every second person you meet says, I got something like 85 or 90 or 94, are still brooding, cribbing, because of the simple reason, even if you get 85 to 90% in places like Delhi or all other metros, you fail to get an admission in any course of your choice. If you want to do BCom or BSc or any other course from a prestigious college, you will not get the seat. In Delhi, seats are getting over by cutoff of something like 98%. Then what is the use of you are getting something like 85-90% and not able to get a seat? What purpose it serves except pushing the child into depression? So I don't think this sort of marks awarding is serving any purpose. One of the very important reasons, as I said in the beginning, why this sort of marks are done is that the people at the helm of the FIs are not looking into the syllabus, making the syllabus tough, making the syllabus deeper and useful to the students to pursue their further studies. And another important thing is the way the papers are set to gauge their in-depth knowledge, the practical application of their knowledge. Simply ask a question for 20 marks or 15 marks or something like that, and whatever you write, you keep on giving them 90 to 100%, then only it will result in such high percentage of marks. Now, I don't have any problem in that marks as long as the students are worth it and their knowledge is that high standard enough. Because I do agree, over a period of time, in the last 20-30 years, a lot of things have changed. Every generation to generation, we find that the people in the next generation are smarter than the previous generation. So if you ask me, as far as the internet explosion is concerned, as far as communication is concerned, as far as presentation skills are concerned, as far as being bold and presentable, then yes, the people in this generation are definitely far better than our generation or our previous generation. But if you ask me, are they brilliant? Are they knowledgeable? Do they have good command over the subjects? The answer will be big no. This statement I am making is with full responsibility and lot of authority in my command. Let us see what happens after 10th and 12th, especially after 12th. While preparing for 12th, generally people decide which course they want to do, whether they want to become engineers, doctors, or chartered accountant or other courses, or they want to become lawyers from prestigious institutes. They do preparation for whatever they want to pursue along with their 12th, and immediately after the 12th exams, they go for these competitive exams, whether it is for doctor, engineer, lawyer or any other course. Now see the performances there, what they are examined is they are the same subjects, that is the same physics, chemistry, mathematics, or your commerce subjects, whatever it is. So from 12th, when they go for these competitive exams, you know how poorly they fare. Large number of the people fail to qualify in all these competitive exams. What happens to your 70%, 80%, 90%, or even 100%? There you fail to score even 60 to 70%, or you fail to reach the top of the people, whatever the number of seats which are there in the higher this thing, you fail to achieve that. Then okay, leave aside the engineering or a doctor or maybe MBA from a prestigious institutes, right, where the competitive exams are there at the entry level itself. Come to other courses like CA, CS, ICWA, where the entrance is not that tough. The 12th pass guy, either he can pursue graduation and then join these courses, or give an entrance test which is also equally easier and get admission into these courses. I have a lot of experience of being a guest faculty, paper setter, as well as paper evaluator in many prestigious institutes, though I don't want to name them. But what I see is there, while teaching, while evaluating the papers, that all these people who have scored anything between 70 to 95%, they terribly get exposed in these courses. So from the level of 12th to when you go to the professional courses, the gap is just so much. The course coverage in those professional courses is so in depth, and the paper setting is so tough, and the evaluation is also equally tough, that all these people who score such high marks and live in that illusion of being bright students miserably fail there. So, as you must be knowing, the pass percentage in all these courses like CA, CS, ICW is still about 20 to 25%. That means majority of the people, anything between 75 to 80% of the people fail. Fail to get what? 50%. I'm not talking about 95% or 90%. In these courses, to pass the examination, you have to get 40 marks in individual subject and 50% aggregate. So all these so-called brilliant people who even score 90 to 95% taking commerce subjects in their 12th examination fail to get 50% in the professional courses. So that is the vast difference in the course coverage and the understanding of the subject and application of the subject of what you read. It's equally applicable when people go for pursuing studies abroad. They too have competitive exams, and these people, you know, for months together or years together prepare and find it so difficult to crack those exams from the prestigious institutes with full scholarships. So what happens is that all these brilliant students, then they face the reality of their life immediately after 12th class, and they also realize whether they admit or don't admit, whether their parents admit or not admit, that these marks which they scored in 10th and 12th are of no use at all. So when they fail to get through the entrance exams of the prestigious institutes like IITs or national schools as far as law is concerned, or prestigious engineering and medical colleges in India, then there is a mushroom growth of good for nothing private institutions which are built up to cater to this segment of students. So their parents will cough up huge amounts of money to get them seats in these private engineering colleges, private medical colleges, and private universities which offer all varieties of MBA programs for this variety of students. So it has become a big business, and nobody is getting benefited by this. So I always had a reservation, and I always have this reservation that this is not the way to mislead younger generation. Right from not only 10th or 12th, much before that, you have to ensure that people understand the subject, what is the practical application of it, and give a reasonable marks. Something like maybe 70, maximum 70 to 75% is fine. You see, the funniest part is that still the pass percentage remains at 33, first division remains at 60%, right? Why it is so? 50% if you get, you are second divisioner, 60% if you get first divisioners. When people are getting 90-95%, increase this also. Make 50% as a pass percentage, something like 65-75%. Up to that, it is second division. Above 75% or 80%, it is first division. So that you will not have lakhs and lakhs of people who got first divisions, maybe outstandings or whatever you call them, when they get 80-85%, and that is not serving any purpose whatsoever. So I appeal to the government and the concerned authorities to have a real look at and go back how 50-60 years back our education system was, how the course coverage used to be, how the teaching methodologies used to be, and most importantly how the papers are set and what sort of instructions they are given while evaluating the papers, so that they give marks reasonably and deservedly. No purpose is served by this awarding of high percentages which are absolutely misleading and which are actually turning out to be disaster for the students. So this is all for me, S. Prabhakar, signing off.